What is good, people? You know who it is. Today I'll be starting a new series on my channel where I review and talk about games that I played when I was younger. I'm gonna split it up into seasons. I'm not trying to do that. I'm probably gonna have to consult with my kids on that one. They're smarter than me out with that department. So season 1 is where I discuss a lot of games that I played on the Sega Genesis. And like the first 3 seasons, I'll have some Nintendo stuff. And after season 3, then I should be completely done with the Nintendo aspect of it. So this one, I'm gonna start off with 2 games that not many people heard of. Cause I know I'm gonna save the last one for the most notable games. So the first 2 games that I wanted to talk about is let's see, Streets of Rage, which is one of my favorite beat 'em up games, and the other one is I want to say Golden Axe. Now, Streets of Rage, I played the first one. Huge fan of it. I mean, my all-time favorite one of the series was 2. But I'll get into that about later. But I enjoyed the first one. Although I didn't really understand the dialogue in this. But I really don't really play a game for dialogue. But in gameplay wise, it was pretty good seeing how they was competing with because I forgot what game it was that Nintendo released to. I'll have to look that up and I'll leave a pinned comment in the comment section, in the comments about what game that they tried to compete with. But overall, I'll give the first one a 6. I mean, the gameplay was good. The story was somewhat good. Some of the battles made no kind of sense. So that's why I'm giving it a semi-low, but not low score. Now on to number 2. Gameplay got better. The story actually caught my attention, which is why that's like one of my most played. One of my most played. Okay, how can I word this without sounding? It's one of my most played non-fighting / non-platformer game that I actually enjoyed. I give it a 9. I would have gave it a 10, but the one thing that kept it from being a 10 was they didn't give fans the option to, in the 2-player duo mode, they didn't give players the option to use any of the bosses, just the main characters. That's the only reason why I gave it a 9 instead of a 10. They didn't have many characters for the 2-player mode in it. 3, I can definitely tell you, I played it. It was okay, but I that's one of the few I didn't really enjoy. But I'm gonna be fair and give it a 5 at least. Because the game wasn't bad. It was just not one that I could sit there and play for hours. And now that I covered that, you can't really review it too well without. I mean, it's better. I'm gonna say if you wanted to get the full experience, you'll have to. Well, I mean, the best way to play it is to download it off of PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, or I can't tell you if Nintendo has. I haven't touched anything Nintendo since the GameCube, so I can't tell you that one. But because I do have a game laptop, I can tell you can also grab it on Steam. So, alright. On to the other series. Go to the next one. One of my all-time favorites. The characters is cool. I like the ending. But the best thing about that whole thing wasn't even the story. It was the boss. I'm keeping it 100. It was the bosses that completely sold me on the first one. So that one, definitely a 10. That's one game. That's one old school like 2D side scrolling that I could play for hours and never be bored of. There's other ones, but that's one of the main. The second one was somewhat better, but I didn't really enjoy it as much as the first one, so I'll give that one a 7. Now the third one, I'm gonna be real with you. For years, even I couldn't beat it as a kid, and even now as an adult, I still have never beaten the third one. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5, and I would have given a higher score, but I've still never beaten it, even as an adult. So, anywho, I may throw an extra one in there and review the Shinobi series, which the Revenge of Shinobi was. I can understand. I actually liked it. I just didn't really understand. I didn't really understand it I didn't really understand that whole series when I was a kid, because at the time I didn't really understand it. Then as I got older, then once I hit my 30s, then when I made my one go on my birthday, that whole series made sense finally for me. But however, I did enjoy all 3 games for that one. I'll cover the PS2 version in season 3. Yeah, season 3. I'll cover the PS2 version in season 3. But yeah, Shadow Dancer was. I mean, that game was. I had so much fun with that game, and what made it even better is you had no choice but to do a no-hit run with that way, because you get hit once, you instantly die. That was just like the one reason why I actually liked that game, because it really made people do no damage runs, no hit runs. And then in the final level on that one, they really made you value your magic attack. So that one, okay, Revenge of Shinobi gets a 7, Shadow Dancer gets a 10, and Shinobi 3 definitely gets a 10, because that was like one of my all-time favorite ninja games. I think that's what made me want to learn the whole art. Yeah, Shinobi 3 is what made me want to actually learn the whole art of that. So, I think that's it for now. Next week I'll cover Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, maybe Golden Ghost. I'm trying to think what else I played on Sega. Or I may cover those 2 and then go into games from the original Nintendo, and maybe, yeah, I'm doing that. Anywho, it's time for me to get out of here. So I will see y'all either, definitely next week. But the week of the 21st, I'm gonna have to film early, or I'm about to film it on Sunday and then have it go up, because that Monday I'll probably have to work that Monday. So I'll see y'all in about 7 days. Or I may actually record a bonus episode on Sunday. We'll see. But I'm out of here.